Hi everyone. A number of people have asked me to tell them a little bit more about the case that we're going to be discussing at our digital course that we're holding online this Friday, where we're going to be talking about the clinician technician workflow in the digital world and how we create beautiful, aesthetic, functional, predictable results that's appropriate for each and every patient that we see. So let me show you the patient. This is the patient, Paul, and you can see he has pretty worn teeth. So we'll talk a little bit about the diagnostics that go with this. It's always very important. But more importantly for this course, we're going to be talking about how we can use digital technology, first of all, to motivate and engage the patient to move to the next phase to find out if they're interested. So we're going to be talking about a little bit of 2D smile design. Shemik's going to walk you through how to do some simple two-dimensional smile design that you'll be able to do in 10-15 minutes quite easily to give the patient an idea about how this might look. We're also going to talk a lot about how we could maybe control this patient's function. So if we're going to do that, then we'll need to make a splint, and splints have always been a bit of a nuisance for all of us, I think. So we're going to show you how in the digital world, working with your technician, you can design and print or mill a splint really quickly and efficiently. That's going to fit great, work tremendously for you to stabilize the patient's bite so that we can then move forward with the aesthetic part. So once we've got both of those things, and we've got a stable bite, and we've also got the patient interested in maybe creating a beautiful smile as well, then we can also look forward moving from two-dimensional to three-dimensional, and we can convert that two-dimensional smile design into a three-dimensional smile design or a trial smile that we can actually try in over the patient's teeth so they can really see how this could look for them. But not just so that we get the aesthetic result that they'd like and that we'd like, but also how we can use that to gain functional information as well. So we'll talk about our key diagnostic reference points: upper incised ledge, lower incised ledge, and vertical dimension, how to determine the vertical dimension for each case that you're going to treat, and then how to record that so that as we move forward to a full diagnostic wax up and developing our digitally designed prototypes, that we have the aesthetics and function as perfect as we possibly can to give ourselves as little work as possible when we come to placing the provisionals. We'll talk about different ways of providing the provisionals and placing those, whether that's using a stent, whether that's printed, milled, etc. again. So we'll talk about those. And we'll also talk about, if we want some extra information, how we can combine some of this simple stuff together with face scans, maybe some jaw function like mod jaw, intraoral scans, CBCT scans, and how we can combine all this information to create a virtual patient such that we can share that information both not just with the technician, but also maybe with our implantologist and orthodontist, so that we can work on a real virtual patient to get the best possible results that we could possibly have. Once we have the provisional restorations in place, we'll talk a little bit about how to contour those to make sure that everything is just the way that we would all like, and then how simple it is then to move forward. Once you've scanned those, we take some photographs, send that to the lab, and they can copy the function and develop the aesthetics that we've started with so that we get beautiful, predictable, long-lasting results. So if you are interested in being involved in this course, we'd love to see you there. I've provided a little link for you so you can see a little bit more information about this. But we're looking forward to seeing all our friends from all around Europe and indeed all over the world on Friday and sharing a very exciting day with you. Thanks very much.